Hey everyone, welcome back to Solo Party. My name is Kane, and we are ready for Act 3 in Ascension 4 with the Watcher. Let's go ahead and roll for our boss. Okay, so we will be seeing the Time Eater, and now this is the boss that I think hard counters us the most, so I think this is going to be our most difficult fight yet. Let's see if we can do it. And for our first Act 3 enemy, we have the Spire Growth. All right, we are now starting our combats at 4 energy thanks to Sozu. Let's draw our opening hand. Scrawl. Vigilance, Fear No Evil, Eruption, and Just Lucky. Okay, not too bad. The Spire Growth is not doing anything on turn 1, so we have a bit of a setup turn. Knowing that, we will go ahead and spend our first energy to play Scrawl. And we get Swivel, Mental Fortress, Devotion, Defend, and Reach Heaven. All right, a lot of good cards in our hand. Let's roll our die 2 real quick. And a 3. We're still not getting anything from that. And we'll go ahead and spend 1 more energy in order to play our Devotion. And now, for the first time, we'll remember to use our Mummified Hand. So we'll now gain 2 more energy, going to 4. Then we're going to spend 1 energy, going to 3, to play our Mental Fortress as well. We will spend 1 more energy in order to play our Eruption. That's going to deal 2 damage, and we'll go into Wrath. Takes the Spire Growth down to 26. We go into Wrath, which triggers our Mental Fortress and gives us 2 block. Next, we'll play our Just Lucky for free, which is going to deal 2 damage since we are in Wrath now, and gain us 1 more block, putting us up to 3. And the Spire Growth goes down to 24. We will then spend another energy to play our Reach Heaven, which is going to do 2 plus 2 plus 1, so a total of 5. And the Spire Growth is down to 19. And lastly, we will use our last energy to play Fear No Evil for 3 damage, and then we'll exit Wrath and enter Calm. That takes the Spire Growth down to 16. We go into Calm, which triggers Mental Fortress, giving us another 5 or another 2 block, putting us at 5. And that'll be it for us. And the Spire Growth has no action on its turn, so it'll go back to us. We get our 4 energy, and then we'll draw some cards. We have Carve Reality, Defend, Strike, Tantrum, and Empty Body. Then our Devotion triggers. That will give us another Miracle and a card draw, which is Windmill Strike. Now we'll roll the die. Okay, on a 1, we get to gain 1 block from Horn Cleat, so we'll reset this and then gain our 1. And that means that the Spire Growth is going to be attacking us for 2 and then 3, so a total of 5. We'll start this turn out by spending 1 energy to play our Tantrum. So that's going to deal 2 damage, and then this goes back on top of our draw pile, and we go into Wrath. So 2 damage first, takes it down to 14. Going into Wrath from Calm gives us another 2 energy, putting us up to 5. And it also gives us 2 block from Mental Fortress, putting us at 3 block. We'll then spend 2 energy in order to play Carve Reality. That's going to deal 4 damage because we are in Wrath to the Spire Growth. And that takes it down to 10. We will spend 1 energy on just a basic strike, but that will deal 2 damage since we're in Wrath, which takes the Spire Growth down to 8. And lastly, we will just spend 1 more energy in order to play our Empty Body. That's going to give us 2 block on its own, putting us up to 5. Then we enter neutral from Wrath, so changing stances gives us another 2, putting us up to 7. We'll end our turn, and we are going to be retaining our Windmill Strike. The Spire Growth attacks us for a total of 2 and then 3 more, so 5. We are still at 2 blocks, so we fully block everything there, and we can take that away now. It's back to our turn. We'll draw our hand, which we know is Tantrum, Defend, Meditate, Collect, and Omega. There it is. Okay, but we've got Lethal here. We gain our 4, putting us up to 5. We do a Tantrum, which deals 2 damage and puts us into Wrath. That's 6. We go into Wrath. That gives us 2 block, going to 2. And then we held onto that Windmill Strike, so it does a total of 7 plus 1 from Wrath, which will defeat the Spire Growth. We're going to gain 1 gold, which puts us up to 10. And we cannot gain potions because of Sozu, but we will look at a card reward. We can choose between Flying Sleeves, Talk to the Hand, or Cut Through Fate. And I think we're going to take a Talk to the Hand. I think this is going to help us out during the Time Eater because it's a single card that can do damage, but also get us some block as well. And we need cards that can do multiple things since we're going to be limited on the amount of cards we can play. So a card that can attack and defend, I think is going to be good for us. And we have Golden Idol. So we actually gained 1 extra gold from that, putting us at 11. Now looking at the map, it's like we got all of our campfires on this left side here and all of our elites on the right side, which isn't great. I kind of like this middle path that's a bunch of events, elite, shop, and then either another elite or an event. But I also like going over here and getting all of these campfires and going up to a shop. I am worried about the time meter because I do think it does counter our deck. We do like to play a lot of cards in one turn. So I think we might need more help from relics, and the only way we're going to get that is by going to shops and seeing elites. So I think we're going to go up the middle here, hopefully get some good events, and then do an elite and a shop, and depending on where we're at after that, either go to another event or another elite. There's no campfires until the end that way, but I think that's the way we're going to play it. So let's see our first event. And okay, we drew a fight. We treat this room as a random encounter, so let's see what we get. And we're going to see the Maw. All right, we're ready to go. The Maw is going to be inflicting vulnerable on us for the first turn, so we're hoping to get a good setup hand here. Let's see what we have. Defend, Omega, Tantrum, Windmill Strike, and Fear No Evil. Let's roll our die. Okay, and on a 2, we do gain 1 block, but it's not going to be doing anything for us this turn. And not a lot for us to do here, but we are going to spend 3 energy in order to play our Omega. Then I think we will spend our last energy in order to play our Tantrum. That's going to deal 2 damage. We'll go into Wrath, and that goes on top of our draw pile. So the Maw goes down to 26. At the end of our turn, we are going to retain Windmill Strike. We'll take 1 damage being in Wrath, so I guess that block did do something good for us. And then we'll deal 5 damage with Omega, taking it down to 21. Now the Maw activates and inflicts us with Vulnerable. And now it's back to our turn. We go up to 4 energy, and we'll draw our hand. We have Tantrum, of course, Devotion, Vigilance, Talk to the Hand, and Indignation. Let's go ahead and roll our die. Okay, on a 1, we will gain 1 block, which is going to be helpful this turn because the Maw is going to be attacking us for 2 and 2, but we have Vulnerable, so that's going to be 4 and 4. So I think we do have 1 path out of this. We are going to spend 1 energy. We are in Wrath, so we'll play Indignation and give it a Vulnerable of our own. Then we will spend 2 energy to play our retained Windmill Strike. This deals 7, 8 with Wrath, doubled because of our Vulnerable is going to be 16. And that's going to take the Maw down to 5. And just like that, we can end our turn and Omega will go off, dealing the remaining 5 damage. That turned out pretty easy for us. So we're going to gain 2 because of the Maw and Golden Idol. That puts us at 13. And we'll check out another card reward. Crescendo, Consecrate, or Nirvana. And yeah, I think we're going to pass on all of these. And now we'll continue with our event path. Sensory Stone. A glowing tesseract spins gently in the air. When you touch it, you feel a sharp pain, followed by distant memories. We can recall to gain a card reward from the colorless rewards, or we can recall to gain 2 card rewards from the colorless rewards and lose 2 HP. We definitely don't want to do anything that's going to lose us HP. We don't really want to add that many more cards, but we could get something good from colorless, so we will see what 1 card reward gets us. And we can choose between Sadistic Nature. Whenever you put a token on an enemy, deal 1 damage to that enemy. We don't do that too often, so probably not going to take that. The Bomb, a power, okay. End of turn, place a cube, then if there are 3 cubes, deal 10 damage to all enemies, then exhaust. That's a maybe. Just because any way we can get damage not having to play a card is going to be good against the Time Eater. And then Apotheosis. Our starter strikes deal +1, and our starter defends gain +1 block. And yeah, I think I've decided I do want to take the Bomb. Maybe this is diluting our deck too much, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now we'll continue on and see our next event. And we've drawn a note for yourself. Behind a loose brick, you find a folded card. It reads, "The heart awaits." This is your handwriting. So we could exchange, give a player a card in your deck. They give you a card in their deck. So obviously we can't do that. We're playing solo. So we have to gain a card reward from another character's card rewards deck. That character doesn't have to be playing. Okay, so if I think about the other 3 characters, where we'd want to see a card reward from, probably not the defect, since it really kind of does its own thing with the orbs and all of that. Between the Silent and the Ironclad, I think I want to go with Ironclad. So let's see what cards we get from that reward deck. All right, so we have a choice between Combust. Okay, this is a power, and once per turn, deal 1 damage to any row. We already have Omega, which does this a lot better, so we're not going to take that. Rampage does X damage, and X is the number of cards in your exhaust pile. We do have a couple of cards that exhaust, but I don't know if we have enough to make this worth it. And lastly, we have Body Slam. We deal X damage where X is equal to your block. And once we have our Mental Fortress running, we do kind of generate quite a bit of block. This could be good, but I don't think we need any of these. I think we're diluting our deck too much as is. So we're going to skip this card reward. And now let's see what our first elite is going to be. We've got Giant Head. All right, the Giant Head has a huge health pool at 85 for us right now, but it only attacks every other turn until it gets to that last action, and then it's just going to keep attacking us for more and more damage each turn as it gains that strength. But it does have slow, which means that it's going to take +1 damage from all attacks. So this is definitely a DPS race. Let's see what we can do here. Let's draw our opening hand. Empty Body, Vigilance, Talk to the Hand, Meditate, and Defend. Now that is a horrible opening hand. Let's roll our die. Okay, and on a 5, we're going to gain a block, deal 1 damage, and weaken. 1 damage takes it down to 84, and a weaken will help us out next turn. So we're going to start here by spending 1 energy and playing a Talk to the Hand. That's going to deal 2 damage, 3 because it takes +1, and we have 1 miracle, so we'll gain 1 block as well. That puts us at 2 block, and 3 damage takes it down to 81. And honestly, I think we're just going to spend 1 energy here in order to meditate. We only have the 1 card in our discard pile, so we're going to get Talk to the Hand back into our hand. It's going to retain this turn, and we can't play any more cards, but we do enter Calm for next turn as well. So we'll move that down, and then that will be the end of our turn. We will get to go to our max energy of 6, however, which hopefully we'll get a lot of good cards to capitalize on that. So the Giant Head, 3. And we'll move this down and begin our turn. We go up to our max of 6 and draw. We have Just Lucky, Defend, the Bomb, Omega, and Devotion. Okay, tons of powers there. That's going to be good. We've got a lot of energy, our Mummified Hand that we can still use. Let's roll our die. On a 2, we get to gain 1 block, so this resets and we get the 1 from that. Let's go ahead and start with a Just Lucky. We'll deal 1 damage and a Scry, 2 damage because of slow, so it does go down to 79. We will Scry, and we do want that Collect, so we're going to leave that on top. We will then spend 3 energy in order to play our Omega. We'll activate our Mummified Hand to get 2 of that energy back, going to 5. And we've got enough energy to play everything else, so we'll go ahead and spend 2 energy, going to 3, to get out the Bomb. We'll spend another energy to get out Devotion. We'll spend 1 energy in order to play our Talk to the Hand, which will deal 3 damage and give us 1 block. So it goes down to 76, and we should be at 2 block here. Had to do a little reset because I wasn't recording a minute ago. And we'll spend our last energy on a Defend, putting us up to 3 block. Now at the end of our turn, the Omega deals damage, taking it down to 71, and we'll put a cube onto the Bomb. Then the Giant Head will activate. It is weakened, so we get attacked for 4, and we do have 3 block. So that will take all of that away, and we'll take the 1 damage, going to 7 there. Sorry, I had to re-record this turn because my audio wasn't going, so that's why you see some of it had already been changed. And now at the start of our turn, we'll go to 4 energy and draw our new hand. We have Collect, Windmill Strike, Indignation, Defend, and Carve Reality. We will put a cube on our Devotion to draw another card, which is a Strike, and we'll gain another Miracle. We're going to start by spending 1 energy in order to play our Collect, which will give us 2 miracles. Then we'll go ahead and spend 1 more energy in order to play our Indignation, which will put us into Wrath. So Wrath from Calm is going to give us 2 energy, putting us up to 4. Oh, we need to roll our die, of course. Okay, on a 6, we're going to get to deal 1 damage, so it goes down to 70. We will also get to weaken it. And I think weakening twice is going to be good because it's just about to start hitting hard. We really want to get our Mental Fortress out in the next turn or 2. We will then spend 2 of our energy in order to play our Carve Reality. That's going to deal 3, 4 in Wrath, 5 because of Giant Head. So that takes it down to 65. Then I will spend one more energy in order to play a defend, just so I have the defense I need in order to get this block here from our Wrath. And I'm actually going to conserve our energy and not play this basic strike, so I will end our turn there. We'll deal 5 damage with Omega, taking it down to 60. And we'll get one more cube onto our bomb. Our Wrath also deals 1 damage, so we go to 0. Then the giant head activates. Why are you still here? And now from here on out, it is just going to be attacking us relentlessly, so we really want to start rushing it down as fast as we can. We've retained our Windmill Strike. So let's draw our new hand. We go up to 5 energy. And we have Fear No Evil, Eruption, Tantrum, Reach Heaven, and Mental Fortress. Okay, great. All of our cards we need to really start getting our block going. We'll get a cube onto Devotion, which will draw us another card, which is a Swivel. And we'll go up to our max of 5 Miracles. We're going to start by spending 1 energy and playing our Mental Fortress. Then I'm going to spend 2 energy in order to play Swivel, which is going to give us 2 block, and our next attack will cost 0, so we go up to 2. Oh, I do need to roll the die again here. Okay, a 1 will give us a block, so we go up to 3. And then for 0, we will play our Fear No Evil. That's going to deal 4 total damage because of Slow and Wrath, taking it down to 56. Then that will enter us into Calm, which will trigger our Mental Fortress, putting us up to 5 block. We're being attacked for 7, so we need to generate 2 more. And we are going to be able to do that. So let's go ahead and just spend 1 in order to play our Eruption, which will, again, this will do 3 damage because of Slow. We're not in Wrath anymore. That takes it down to 53, but then we do Into Wrath from Calm, which is going to give us 2 more energy, putting us at 3, and 2 more block, putting us at 7. We will spend 1 energy going to 2, and we will go ahead and play our Tantrum for 2, 3, 4 damage altogether, and it goes back on top here. That takes it down to 49. And 1 last energy to play our last card here. We're going to hold on to our Windmill Strike and play our Reach Heaven. That's going to do 2. We've got 5, so 12, 13, 14 total damage. Takes it down to 35. Now when we end our turn, we'll take the 1 damage from Wrath, going down to 6. We'll deal 5 damage, taking you down to 30. We'll place our last cube on the bomb, which will deal 10 damage to all enemies, then exhaust. So that takes you down to 20. And that's all we'll have to do for the end of our turn. So now we're attacked by the giant head for 7. We are at 6 HP. So we block almost all of that, just taking 1 damage, going down to 6 remaining HP. But I think we're doing pretty good. And now the cube does not move. It's on that red spot, and there's no other red ones, so it will just stay there. And it goes back to the start of our turn. So we'll gain 4 energy, going up to 5. And we'll start drawing our hand here. We get the rest of our draw pile, which is a Scrawl and Tantrum. And we still get 3 more here. So we get Empty Body, Strike, and Talk to the Hand. And then our final Devotion cube will trigger here, but we don't need to gain a Miracle because we are at our max, but we will still get the card draw here. And it is a basic defend. All right, we're being attacked for, oh, sorry, it should have gained a Strength as well. So we are being attacked for a total of 8. And now let's roll our die. Okay, on a 5, we get to gain 1 block and deal another weak and 1 damage. So it is at 19 remaining HP. If we can deal 14 damage this turn, then the last 5 from the Omega will take care of it. And I think it's possible. So let's start by spending 1 energy in order to play our Scrawl. We're hoping to draw into our Indignation so we can put a Vulnerable on it and then use our Windmill Strike. So let's see. Eruption, Fear No Evil, Swivel, Reach Heaven, and Carve Reality. All right, a lot of good attacks, but no Indignation. I think we can still get it, though. We'll spend 1 energy on our best attack here, Reach Heaven. So again, that's going to be 2 plus 10, 12, 13 from Wrath, 14 from Slow. And yeah, that takes it down to 5. So we can end our turn there. Omega takes care of the rest, and we've defeated the giant head. So we're going to gain a total of 4 gold from that. So we're now at 17. Then we'll gain a relic. And all right, we've got Incense Burner here. And now this is going to be super helpful against the Time Eater. We really want to be rolling a lot of 6s. Incense Burner is just so good. And we get to check out an upgraded card reward. So we can choose between, okay, we'll get a rare card, a Third Eye, and a Worship. And our rare card is a Wish. And it does come upgraded, and I think Wish is super good, especially if we can get some strength that'll stack on top of our Wrath. Or just a turbo. Yeah, I think we got to go with Wish here. Yeah, an upgraded Wish gives us either 2 strength, 15 block, or maxes out our miracles. This is really good for us. And now we're going to go check out this shop. We've got 17 gold, so we can do quite a bit here. And honestly, I'm not even going to fill out the potion slot because we can't gain any, so I'm just going to ignore that. All right, especially since we can't get potions, this is not really a great shop for us. None of these card rewards are really doing anything for us that we need, but we are going to get some use out of these relics and a card removal, I believe. So we have 17 gold, so we're going to start by getting Captain's Wheel for 8. And so now we're going to finally have a use for those 3s that we've been rolling. And we have 9 remaining gold. The Charon's Ashes are on sale for -1. The leftmost spot always is on sale at -1 cost. So we're going to get this for 6. And so on a 1 or 2, we're going to be able to exhaust cards in our hand to deal 2 damage. I'm pretty sure the Time Eater might give us some things, but otherwise it'll help us thin out the cards we don't want to see because every card we play against the Time Eater is super important. And then we will spend our 3 remaining gold on a card removal, and we will be taking out our last strike. Now, I really do think we're going to need all the health we can get, so I'm not going to go against this elite just in case something goes wrong and we get to where we're not going to be able to heal to full at the campfire. So let's play it safe and go to this event. Well, hopefully safe. And we get the Face Trader. Stop, says an eerie man holding masks. Face, let me touch, maybe trade. So we can take and give, we can gain a relic, then lose a relic, or we can give one of our relics to a player, then they give you a relic. So obviously we cannot do that, so we're going to have to take and give. We're going to gain a relic, and then we can choose what we want to lose. And so we've drawn Ninja Scroll. Once per combat, we can do 2 separate attacks of 1 damage each, and we treat them each as a separate 0-cost attack. But they don't count as cards, so that's going to be important against the Time Eater. And if we're in Wrath, then we're going to be able to do 2 damage each, and if we've used Wish for our 2 strength, then wow, yeah, that's going to be 8 damage for free right there. That's pretty good. And I think being this far along, we can go ahead and choose to give up our Omamori. I don't think we'll be gaining any more curses at this point. And now we'll go to this campfire and heal to full. So we're ready to go against the Time Eater. All right, we're all set up and ready to go. We can play 5 cards for the first turn against the Time Eater, so let's see what we're going to draw. Okay, starting with Wish is huge. We have Defend, Omega, the Bomb, oh man, and Tantrum. Okay, a lot of cards we want to play here. And now we need to roll our die. Okay, on a 2, we're going to gain 1 block from Horncleat, and then we can choose to exhaust a card to deal 2 damage. And as much as I don't really like this play, I think we are going to exhaust a Defend to deal 2 damage, taking it down to 58. And now for our turn, we'll start by spending 3, going down to 1, in order to play our Omega, and we will choose to use our Mummified Hand to get 2 more, going back up to 3, and then we're going to play our Wish, and we are going to get 2 strength from that. So we were definitely within our 5-card limit there, so I think we are going to end our turn there. We get to deal 5 damage with the Omega, taking it down to 53. 53. And now the Time Eater is attacking us for 2 instances of 2 damage, so we only have 1 block, so right off the gate, we're taking 3 damage right there, and that is not what we want to see. But it is back to us, so we're going to go up to 4 energy and draw our hand. Fear no evil, Scrawl, Devotion, Talk to the Hand, and Empty Body. I think we do want to start with a Scrawl here. We'll play 1 to draw 5. We're really looking to get our Mental Fortress online as soon as possible. We have Vigilance, Eruption, Indignation, Reach Heaven, and Carve Reality. Okay, not what we were looking for. We can only play 3 more cards this turn. We do need to roll our die here. Okay, on a 1, same thing. We're going to gain 1 block, and then we can exhaust a card to deal 2 damage. Obviously, we're not going to be able to use any of the cards we just drew. We wouldn't have had access to those yet. And I don't think we want to discard, or I don't think we want to exhaust any of those original cards, so we're going to ignore Charon's Ashes this turn. I will spend 1 energy and get out Devotion. I can play 2 more cards, so I'll spend 1 more energy in order to play Eruption. So I'll get to deal 2 damage there. 4 damage because of strength, so that takes it down to 49. And I can play 1 more card, and I've got 1 more energy, so I will. And we will go ahead and play our Reach Heaven for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm in Wrath, actually, so that would be 7 total damage, taking it down to 42. Then I end my turn there. I take 1 damage from Wrath, but that gets blocked. And Omega will deal 5 damage at the end of the round, so that will go down to 37. And now the Time Eater is going to activate, and it's going to put 3 statuses into my discard pile. All right, and it's back to my turn. I go up to 4 energy. I can only play 3 cards this turn, so I'm hoping to get some high cost cards here that are going to do a lot for us. We've got Mental Fortress, Swivel, Collect, Windmill Strike, and Meditate. Okay, not too bad for this turn. Our Devotion is also going to activate, so we'll get one more card draw and a Miracle. And we've drawn a Defend. Now we'll roll our die. Okay, and a 4. A 4 is going to give us 1 block. We'll also get to deal 1 damage, down to 36. And we're being attacked for 6, so we do need to block quite a bit more of this. So to do that, we're going to spend 1 energy and play a Mental Fortress. Can play 2 more cards. So I'm going to spend 2 energy, and we're going to play a Swivel, which is going to give us another 2 block. Our next attack this turn costs 0, but we are not going to be playing another attack because we want to spend our last energy in order to play our Meditate. And with that, we're going to put our Reach Heaven into our hand to retain alongside our Windmill Strike. We also enter Calm from Wrath, so because of Mental Fortress, we gain another 2 block from that, which puts us up to 5. And now we're going to be attacked for 6, which we will get to fully block, and then Time Eater is going to gain a Strength. And now back to the start of our turn, we go to 4 energy. We've got a Windmill Strike and a Reach Heaven in hand. We're going to draw our 5 cards here, and we get the rest of our draw pile, which is a Just Lucky and Defend. We need to draw 3 more. And so we also get a Eruption, Collect, and Fear No Evil. Okay, that's actually really good for some stance dancing here, because we are being attacked for another 6 now this turn, but we get 5 cards to play, so that's pretty good. Our Devotion's going to go off, giving us another card draw and another Miracle. So we also get to see a Carve Reality, and we'll roll our die. Okay, another 2, a lot of low numbers here. That's going to give us 1 block. And yeah, we're getting most of our defense from Mental Fortress, so I think I will exhaust another Defend. Maybe that's not the right play, but we're going to do it for another 2 damage, taking it down to 29. We're going to spend 1 energy, going to 3, in order to play our Collect. That's going to give us another 2 Miracle. We can play 4 more cards. We'll go ahead and spend 1 energy, going down to 2, to play our Eruption. So that's going to do 4 damage, taking it down to 25. And then we go into Wrath from Calm, which is going to give us 2 energy and 2 block. So we go up to 4 and 3. We have 3 more cards to play. We will spend 1 in order to play our Reach Heaven. That's going to deal 2, 10, 11 damage. Oh, 12, 13, sorry. Which takes it down to 12. We need 7 more damage and 2 cards, and I think we can actually get that. So let's spend 2 energy to play our Carve Reality. That's going to deal 5, 6 total damage, which takes you down to 6. And lastly, we will spend our last energy in order to play a Fear No Evil. So that's a total of 4, 5 damage with Wrath, which takes it down to 1. And that was our 5th card. So we can play no more cards this turn, even though this is 0 cost. We are still going to retain our Windmill Strike. And so now at the end of our turn, we are in Wrath, so we take 1 damage, going down to 2. Sorry, our Fear No Evil also put us from Wrath into Calm. So we actually stay at 3 block, and then Mental Fortress gives us another 2 block. So now at the end of turn, all that goes off is our Omega. And the first time that Time Eater reaches 0 HP, it immediately heals to 30. It would clear any weak or vulnerable, but it doesn't have any, and it gains another strength. A bad turn for that to happen for us, really. So now we're being attacked for a total of 8. It's the Time Eater's turn. We have 5 block, so it goes down, and we take 3 damage, putting us at 2 HP. All right, we're really getting on the ropes here, but we've got it in its last phase. So let's see what we can do. It's back to our turn, and it won't be attacking. We'll draw our hand of 5 starting out. We have a Status, the Bomb, a Status, and a Status. Oh man, we got absolutely eaten alive by those right there. A really good thing we at least have our Windmill Strike that we retained. We are up to 4 energy. We can play 4 cards this turn, but I definitely don't think we're going to be doing that. Our last Devotion Cube will trigger, putting us up to our max of 5 Miracles, and we'll draw 1 more card, which is, okay, a Swivel. That's actually pretty good. Not as useful, I guess, on a turn where we're not being attacked, but let's go ahead and roll our die. Okay, a 5. That's going to gain us 1 block. We're going to deal 1 damage, taking it to 29. And we're going to deal 1 weak. So I think we will just start by spending 2 energy and playing our Windmill Strike, which has been retained. So it does deal 7 damage and 8, 9 with our strength. So that takes it down to 20. We have 3 more cards we can play with 2 energy. But I think all we are going to do is spend 1 energy in order to meditate. We're already in calm, but we will get our reach heaven back to our hand. And that's the end of our turn, so Omega will go off, and that's going to put it at 15. The time meter is going to activate and give us 3 more statuses into our discard pile. But I don't think that's going to matter. It's going to go back to the start of our turn. We're going to draw our hand here. We've got Tantrum, Indignation, Empty Body, Defend, and Talk to the Hand. And we will go ahead and use our Ninja Scroll. We have 2 strength, so that's going to be a total of 6 damage, taking it to 9. And then we can just spend, well, we went up to 5 energy there, but we spend 1 on the Reach Heaven we retained, and that's going to be 2, 12, 13, 14 damage. And with that, we defeated the Time Eater. I was really worried about not being able to play that many cards, but we managed just fine. And now we've gone through all of the first 4 Ascensions once with each character. We'll be back next time with Ascension 5 on the Ironclad again. And I think I'm going to try something new with this next wave of Ascensions. I think instead of myself choosing the boss relics and rare card rewards that we get, that I'm going to just show all of you what our options are. And then you can comment on the video letting me know what I should take. And whatever has the most votes or the most people saying the same thing is what I'll take. So y'all can kind of play along with me a little bit and kind of shape the direction between each act. So I hope that's something you all are looking forward to. I know I am, and I will see you all next time. This has been Solo Party. My name is Kane. Thanks for watching.